July 2, 1937, a legend was born from silence. The Pacific stretches endless beneath silver wings. Two souls pierced the morning sky, a woman who conquered the Atlantic, and her navigator, chasing history across 22,000 miles of ocean and ambition. We are running north and south. We are running north and south. The last words ever heard from Amelia Earhart. What happened next remains aviation's greatest mystery. She was more than a pilot. She was lightning in human form. Amelia Mary Earhart, the girl from Kansas who defied gravity and convention. The woman who proved the impossible was just another word for not yet. In 1932, she became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. By 1937, she was attempting something no human had achieved, circling the globe at its widest point. The world watched. Front pages blazed with her name. Radio broadcasts tracked her every landing. She wasn't just flying, she was carrying the dreams of every woman told she couldn't, every dreamer told to stay grounded. But fame has a shadow. And on July 2, 1937, that shadow was about to swallow her whole. New Guinea. 10 a.m. local time. The longest leg of her journey begins. Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan climb into their modified Lockheed Electra, 2,556 miles of empty Pacific stretching between them and a speck of land called Howland Island. 20 hours of flying over nothing but blue. She's tired. This is her second attempt, the first ended in a crash that nearly killed her. But Amelia Earhart doesn't surrender to fear. She surrenders to sky. For 18 hours, the Electra cuts through Pacific air. Then, as dawn breaks over Howland Island, something goes wrong. Earhart calling Itasca. We are circling, but cannot hear you. Go ahead on 7,500 kilocycles with a long count either now or on the hour and half hour. The Coast Guard cutter Itasca waits below, but their radios aren't aligned. They can hear her. She cannot hear them. We are running north and south. We are running north and south. Those words, confused, desperate, echo across the empty Pacific. The Electra had fuel for maybe one more hour. Howland Island is a needle in an infinite haystack. Gas is running low. We are running north and south. 8:43 a.m. Silence. The sky had claimed its most famous daughter. Within hours, the largest air-sea rescue in history launches. 16 days. Ships from 4 nations. Aircraft scouring 250,000 square miles of Pacific wilderness. The world held its breath. Radio stations interrupted programming with updates. Movie theaters stopped films to announce search progress. Children pressed their faces to windows, hoping to spot her plane. The USS Lexington deployed. The USS Colorado launched every available aircraft. Japanese ships joined the hunt, their rivalry with America temporarily forgotten in the face of shared human loss. But the Pacific is vast. And the Pacific keeps its secrets. Day after day, nothing. No wreckage. No oil slick. No sign that Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan had ever existed. Any station, any station. This is search coordination. Report any contact with missing aircraft. On July 18, the search was called off. The official conclusion, lost at sea, presumed dead. But presumption is not proof. And mysteries have a way of refusing to die. 4 theories emerged from the silence. 4 possible fates for aviation's greatest mystery. The simplest explanation. Out of fuel, the Electra glided into Pacific waves and sank. The ocean floor, 2 miles down, swallowed the evidence. It's what the Navy concluded. It's what most experts believe. But simple explanations rarely satisfy human curiosity. 300 miles southeast of Howland lies Nikumaroro Island, then called Gardner Island. What if Earhart landed on its coral reef? What if she survived the crash, only to die slowly as a castaway? In 1940, British officials found bones on Nikumaroro. A skull. Remnants of a campfire. They dismissed them as belonging to a Polynesian male. But modern forensic analysis suggests something different. The bones could belong to a woman of Earhart's height and build. The island's coconut crabs, massive creatures that consume anything organic, could have scattered the evidence. A haunting thought: Earhart may have survived for weeks, hoping for rescue that never came. What if her around-the-world flight was cover for something darker? In 1937, Japan was fortifying Pacific Islands in violation of international treaties. What if Earhart was gathering intelligence, using her fame as camouflage? Some believe she was captured after straying too close to Japanese territories. The evidence is thin, built on whispers and wartime paranoia. But in 1937, the line between hero and spy was often invisible. The most haunting theory of all. In 2017, a photograph surfaced allegedly showing Earhart and Noonan on a Japanese dock, captured and imprisoned. Experts remain divided on its authenticity. If true, it means America's most famous aviator died not in a moment of glory, but in years of captivity, forgotten by a world that believed her already dead. Each theory carries its own horror. Each demands its own faith. The mystery refuses to rest. For over 80 years, explorers have chased Earhart's ghost across the Pacific. TIRE, the International Group for Historic Aircraft Recovery, has mounted dozens of expeditions to Nikumaroro. They've found aircraft aluminum, a piece of plexiglass, a jar of anti-freckle cream from the 1930s. Evidence that someone lived and died on that remote island. In 2024, sonar imaging detected an aircraft-shaped object in Nikumaroro's lagoon. Could this be the Electra, finally revealed after 8 decades underwater? Modern technology has reanalyzed the bones found in 1940. Facial recognition software has examined supposed photographs. Radio enthusiasts have studied atmospheric conditions that might have carried Earhart's distress calls far beyond their intended range. But for every answer, new questions emerge. Science can analyze evidence, it cannot resurrect the dead or rewrite history. The Pacific still keeps its secrets. Perhaps the mystery is the point. Amelia Earhart became immortal not because she completed her journey, but because she never came home. She exists forever at the moment of possibility, engines humming, horizon ahead, fear transformed into fuel. Every girl who looks up at a plane passing overhead carries a piece of Earhart's courage. Every dreamer who refuses to accept impossible channels her defiance. She proved that barriers exist only until someone decides to break them. Her disappearance spawned not just theories, but inspiration. Books, films, expeditions, all driven by humanity's refusal to let heroes simply vanish. We search for her plane because we're really searching for proof that courage matters, that dreams are worth dying for. The Pacific may have taken her body, but it could never claim her spirit. Somewhere above the clouds, Amelia Earhart is still flying. Still proving that women belong wherever they dare to go. She sought to circle the globe, instead, she circled eternity. Maybe the sky claimed her, but her spirit never landed.